Okay. Hi Bolaji, Vanessa here. Hi Vanessa. I like to make things. I've just started a new job that I'm very passionate about, where I have to make and come up with new ideas. But there are a lot of deadlines and targets. I don't mind this, but I fear that I will be so busy working that the busyness will kill the creativity. I fear that this will happen because I will get tired and cannot afford to slow down due to all the deadlines. I'm worried that the busyness will kill the creativity, but I know I must hit my targets. Okay. This is a good one. So I think this is a really, really important question or problem that Vanessa, you are facing. First of all, congrats on the job. It's a job that you communicated you are passionate about, so that's a good thing. It's a good thing because you're always going to need passion in difficult times. I think it's good for you to be concerned about your energy levels, because you mentioned a concern about being tired. And all of this in relation to deadlines and targets. Those two words sometimes can feel quite daunting to us because I would imagine it creates this kind of idea of you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to produce, you got to be productive, okay? But deadlines are not bad, targets are not bad, because if we don't have them, potentially one never gets anything done. And especially if we are not just working with ourselves, you are working with a group of people. So there's an agreement about, everyone being accountable. So it's good. So your job is to make things, okay, and to come up with new ideas. And I want you to think to yourself what that actually means. Does coming up with new ideas mean that you have to be stressed and you have to be constantly busy in your mind? What does a busy mind look like if its aim is to receive something new? Think about a space that's cluttered, right? Think about a room that's full of many things. How easy would it be to bring something physically new into a space that's cluttered, right? Think about that. Also think again about, imagine I had a series of different objects in my hand and you and I are in a space together, and I said, okay, Vanessa, now run about. And as you are running, I'm going to reveal to you a series of items, and I want you to specifically describe all of those items you are seeing whilst you're moving around really fast. Versus, Vanessa, be still and be calm and tell me what you see. Okay? I would imagine that the easier one would not be you moving about and stressing. I think it would be you being still. So what am I saying? You will have targets, you will have deadlines. You will need to maybe show up consistently in a working space and an environment. And the fact that you brought up that you're worried about being tired, that suggests to me that what's important to you is you as an instrument, is your body, is the state of your being, because that is where the creativity is happening, okay? I know that myself as an artist, that if I am not right, by right I mean functioning properly, then that really affects the way I work. So what you are concerned with is your state of being, okay? So if you feel that you need to rest and you feel that you need to slow down, that is not an enemy of you coming into a space of productivity. The deceptiveness of productivity and busyness is the fact that one feels, in order to show that I am being productive, I need to move about. I need to kind of feel that I've got a hold on my whole situation, because I think naturally as people we operate from a sense of we need to be in control. And when we sit down and we relax, we're letting go of things. And if you are in an environment where you have all these deadlines, it feels really difficult to go, I'm going to do nothing and I'm going to sit down and just relax. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you sitting down doing nothing? You've got deadlines. But in the space of creativity, it's almost like its language, its way of being is the other way around, potentially. And I say potentially because there's not one way, but I am suggesting that being still and seemingly being slow does not have to be an enemy to you, right? It doesn't have to be something that you don't invite into your need to hit the targets, into your need to hit the deadlines. I can tell you that what you can do, let's speak practically now. Let's say you're in this workspace Monday to Friday, or you work from home, and you set hours in your day where you're like, I'm going to come into the space, and the first thing I'm going to do is like grab my pen and paper or whatever, and I'm just going to start and I'm going to go at it, and I'm just going to give all my energy and strength. And then you find nothing. Okay. But if you think about this idea I was suggesting before about being still, you can be intentional about your stillness. Okay. So you can say, let me set my timer on. I'm going to put my clock on for an hour, and in that hour I'm going to do nothing. I'm going to go and sit on a couch, or I'm going to go and do something that feels like leisurely, that doesn't look like I am working, but what I am actually doing, remember your state of being, remember you worrying about feeling tired, what you're actually doing is now putting your body into a space where it's not affected by stress. Do you hear me? So what I'm saying to you is that the things that seem completely like the antithesis, completely like the complete opposite of productivity and busyness, sometimes are not. You know, sitting down and watching a movie, going for a walk, or listening to music, or chilling, or even going to sleep can be part of your productivity if you're intentional about it. And I deliberately use that word intentional because, of course, sometimes we can daydream too much, we can sleep too much, we can play too much. But if you're intentional, if you just say, for this 30 minutes, I am going to allow my creativity to come through in a way that doesn't look like I'm working hard, but you're calm in your state of being, because that's the issue here, how you feel, not being tired, then you'll be surprised how ideas present themselves to you. Okay? Because what you need to do is look after your state of being. You don't want to be too tired that you close yourself up. You don't want to be too stressed that you close yourself up. And so therefore, inviting calmness, inviting leisure, inviting what looks like not busyness is actually good for business, if that makes sense. So good luck to you in your new job, and I would say be intentional about rest, be intentional about leisure, and these things do not have to work against you, they can work for you.